Hello students and welcome to my YouTube channel Learn with Nisha ji. So we are studying the chapter 4 of class 10 science and under that topic 4.3 we are going to discuss in this lecture. So we will study the chemical properties of the carbon compounds, right? So in this section we will study in detail some of the chemical properties of carbon compounds. So like most of the fuels that we use are either carbon or its compounds. So initially we will start with study of combustion, right? So before we begin the lecture, you can subscribe my channel to get regular video upload updates. So let's begin with the study of combustion. Carbon in all its allotropic forms. हमने allotropes देखे थे carbon के, right? Graphite is there, diamond is there, fullerenes, all these we saw in the lecture. You can watch again. So carbon in all its allotropic forms, it burns in oxygen to give carbon dioxide. ठीक है, carbon dioxide release होता है and heat and light is also given out, right? And most of the carbon compounds, they also release a large amount of heat and light on burning. So these are the oxidation reactions we can see. So C plus O2, it gives CO2 plus heat and light, right? CH4, methane अगर आप लेते हो, methane plus oxygen will give CO2 plus H2O, right? Next, we are taking ethanol. Carbon atoms are there and alcoholic group OH is there. Ethanol plus oxygen will give you carbon dioxide plus water plus heat plus light, right? So let's try to balance out these equations. हमने balancing सीखी थी in the first chapter. अगर आपने वो lectures नहीं देखे हैं, just go through them. तो यहाँ पे हम एक small practice कर लेते हैं balancing की. So here in the first reaction, one carbon is on LHS, one carbon on RHS, right? Two oxygens on LHS, two oxygen atoms on RHS. So this equation is already balanced. We need not do anything. इसमें हम देखते हैं one carbon on LHS, one on RHS. So carbon is balanced. 4 hydrogens on LHS and 2 hydrogens on RHS. तो यहाँ पे हमें एक 2 प्लेस करना होगा, तो यहाँ पे 4 हाइड्रोजन्स बन जाएंगे. Now, ऑक्सीजन कितने हैं यहाँ पर? 2 oxygens are here and here 2 plus 2, 4 oxygen atoms are here. तो यहाँ पे हम एक 2 प्लेस करेंगे जिससे यहाँ भी 4 oxygen atoms हो जाएंगे. So now this equation is balanced, correct? नेक्स्ट हम देखते हैं, इसमें देखो कार्बन एटम्स LHS पे कितने हैं 2 और RHS पे कितने हैं 1. तो यहाँ पे हम एक 2 प्लेस कर देते हैं, राइट? नाउ लेट्स सी हाइड्रोजन्स. हाइड्रोजन यहाँ पे 3 plus 2 5 plus 1 6 हाइड्रोजन एटम्स आर देयर, ओके? तो यहाँ पे हमारे 6 हाइड्रोजन एटम्स हैं और RHS पे कितने हैं 2. तो यहाँ पे हम एक 3 प्लेस करेंगे, करेक्ट? अब ऑक्सीजन चेक करते हैं. LHS में हमारे ऑक्सीजन एटम्स हैं 1 plus 2, 3 ऑक्सीजन एटम्स आर देयर. और RHS में कितने हैं 4 plus 3, 7 आर देयर, ओके? इधर 7 है RHS में और LHS में 3 है, ओके? तो हमें 4 ऑक्सीजन एटम्स और बढ़ाने होंगे यहाँ पे. तो हाउ वी डू दैट? यहाँ पे आपके 7 है, ओके? और यहाँ पे आपके 3 हैं, राइट? नाउ एक ऑक्सीजन एटम तो हमारा ये है, राइट? एंड अगर हम इनको 6 बना देते हैं तो 1 plus 6 will become 7. तो आप एक यहाँ पे 3 प्लेस कर दो, तो 3 into 2 6 हो जाएगा, करेक्ट? तो 7 ऑक्सीजन है और 7 है. नाउ दिस इक्वेशन इज ऑल्सो बैलेंस्ड, राइट? Now we will see some activities. Activity 4.3. This activity you have to do under teacher's assistance only, okay? हमें कुछ कार्बन कंपाउंड्स लेने हैं जैसे naphthalene, camphor, alcohol, one by one on a spatula and burn them. Now we have to observe the nature of the flame and note whether smoke is produced, right? Now we place a metal plate above the flame and check if there is a deposition on the plate in case of any of the compounds. Okay, ये आपको activity करनी है. Let's see what happens. So each compound will exhibit a distinct flame characteristic. जैसे जो naphthalene होता है, okay, naphthalene will burn with a yellow sooty flame, producing noticeable smoke. And जब आप एक metal plate hold करोगे above the flame, a black carbon-rich deposition forms on the plate due to incomplete combustion. ये है naphthalene का status. Okay. Next is camphor. Camphor, it will burn with a bright smoky flame and it will produce moderate amounts of smoke and it will leave a light deposition on the metal plate. Next is alcohol. Alcohol will burn with a blue clean flame, producing no visible smoke and leaving no deposition on the plate as it undergoes complete combustion. Right? Next is your activity 4.4. You light a Bunsen burner and adjust the air hole at the base to get different types of flames or presence of smoke. So when do you get a yellow or sooty flame and when do you get a blue flame? This we have to check. So when lighting a Bunsen burner, adjusting the air hole at the base, it will control the flame type. A yellow sooty flame, also known as luminous flame, is observed when the air hole is mostly closed, okay, allowing limited oxygen to mix with the gas. This incomplete combustion produces smoke and a visible yellow flame. Okay, and a blue flame or a non-luminous flame occurs when the air hole is fully open. It allows more oxygen to mix with the gas, leading to complete combustion. And this flame is hotter, cleaner, and does not produce any smoke also. So these are the observations through these activities. Right? So let's see some important points. The saturated hydrocarbons will generally give a clean flame, while unsaturated carbon compounds will give a yellow flame with lots of black smoke. Right? This results in a sooty deposit on the metal plate. However, limiting the supply of air results in incomplete combustion, मतलब oxygen ample amount में नहीं होता, of even saturated hydrocarbon giving a sooty flame. The gas or kerosene stove which is used at home has inlets for air so that a sufficiently oxygen-rich mixture is burned to give a clean blue flame. If you observe the bottoms of cooking vessels getting blackened, it means that the air holes are blocked and the fuel is getting wasted. Okay? Fuels such as coal and petroleum have some amount of nitrogen and sulfur in them. Their combustion results in the formation of oxides of sulfur and nitrogen, which are the major pollutants in the environment. Right? So combustion we have studied. Now we will see oxidation. So you have learnt about oxidation reactions in the first chapter. अगर आपने नहीं वो lectures देखे हैं, just go and watch that also in the playlist. Now carbon compounds can be easily oxidized on combustion, right? In addition to this complete oxidation, we have reactions in which alcohols are converted to carboxylic acids. Okay, जैसे हम ये reaction देखेंगे अगर, तो CH3CH2OH. What is this? This is ethanol. So ethanol, if it is treated with alkaline KMnO4, potassium permanganate, plus heat, or acidified K2Cr2O7 plus heat, it will give you ethanoic acid, CH3COOH, right? Now, we see that some substances are capable of adding oxygen to others. These substances are known as oxidizing agents. तो यहाँ पे हमारा alkaline potassium permanganate या acidified potassium chromate, ये हमारा क्या है? These are oxidizing agents because ये help कर रहे हैं ethanol को oxygen add करके ethanoic acid में convert करने में, right? So we take alkaline potassium permanganate or acidified potassium dichromate. These are oxidizing alcohols to acids. So they are adding oxygen to the starting material and hence they are known as oxidizing agents. जब आप क्लास 11 की केमिस्ट्री को स्टडी करते हो तो उसमें ये दोनों ही ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं. आप प्रैक्टिकल्स परफॉर्म करोगे उसमें बहुत ज्यादा इनका यूज रहता है, राइट? तो हम एक एक्टिविटी देख लेते हैं, एक्टिविटी 4.5. So we take about 3 ml of ethanol in a test tube and warm it gently in a water bath. Water bath क्या होता है? You will be seeing in the chemistry lab, right? Now you add a 5% solution of alkaline potassium permanganate drop by drop to this solution. Okay. Now we have to check, does the color of potassium permanganate persists when it is added initially, right? And why does the color of potassium permanganate not disappear when excess is added? All these observations we have to see. So now, see what actually happens. Initially, potassium permanganate जो होता है वो purple color का होता है. Okay, so the initial color will disappear. Okay, this happens because potassium permanganate acts as an oxidizing agent, and ethanol is oxidized to acetic acid or ethanoic acid. So it reduces the permanganate ions. जो पोटेशियम परमैंगनेट में परमैंगनेट आयंस है वो खुद रिड्यूस हो जाते हैं. ठीक है, क्योंकि हमने देखा था ऑक्सीडेशन और रिडक्शन साइमल्टेनियसली ही हैपन होते हैं. एक ऑक्सीडाइज होता है अगर पार्ट तो दूसरा रिड्यूस होता है. ओके, however, when excess potassium permanganate is added, the purple color will persist because all the ethanol has already been oxidized and no more reducing agent या ethanol is left to react with the remaining permanganate, and this leaves the color unchanged. तो ये एक बहुत ही अच्छा reasoning question है. It can be asked in the exams, right? Now let's come on to the third type of reactions, that are the addition reactions. So unsaturated hydrocarbons add hydrogen in the presence of catalysts such as palladium or nickel to give saturated hydrocarbons. अब catalysts क्या होते हैं? Catalysts are substances that cause a reaction to occur or proceed at a different rate without the reaction itself being affected. मतलब reaction में fast हो जाती है. ठीक है, reaction में actual में वैसे कोई change नहीं है, but वो reaction थोड़ा fast हो जाएगी. ओके, तो हमें अगर unsaturated hydrocarbons जिनमें कि double या triple bonds होते हैं उन्हें convert करना है into saturated hydrocarbons with single bonds. So we will add hydrogen in presence of palladium or nickel. These both are catalysts. Okay, so this reaction is commonly used in the hydrogenation of vegetable oils, and we use nickel catalyst for that, right? Now, vegetable oils generally have long unsaturated carbon chains, and animal fats have saturated carbon chains, right? ये इनमें difference होता है. So, you must have seen advertisements stating that some vegetable oils are healthy. Animal fats generally contain saturated fatty acids, which are said to be harmful for health. And oils containing unsaturated fatty acids should be used for cooking. तो ये थोड़ा health point of view से important है, तो this you should keep in mind. अब ये reaction देखते हैं. Like suppose C double bond C is there, R is denoting carbon chains. निकल कैटलिस्ट ऐड किया आपने हाइड्रोजन के प्रेजेंस में, राइट? सो क्या होता है, ये डबल बॉन्ड ब्रेक होके सिंगल बॉन्ड रह जाएगा एंड 2 हाइड्रोजन एटम्स अटैच लाइक दिस. तो ये हमारा अनसैचुरेटेड कंपाउंड था और जो प्रोडक्ट है वो सैचुरेटेड कंपाउंड है, राइट? इसमें एग्जाम में कभी भी जैसे क्वेश्चन आता है कि लेट्स से एक्सप्लेन सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन, तो आप थ्योरी तो लिखोगे ही इसमें कि व्हाट इट इज. अलोंग विद दैट डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू ऐड एन एग्जांपल. एक रिएक्शन आप हमेशा एज एन एग्जांपल दो टू गेट गुड मार्क्स, राइट? नाउ सैचुरेटेड हाइड्रोकार्बन्स आर फेयरली अनरिएक्टिव. हमने ये देखा था पिछले लेक्चर में कि अनसैचुरेटेड थोड़े अनस्टेबल होते हैं और सैचुरेटेड हाइड्रोकार्बन काफी स्टेबल होते हैं, तो इसीलिए वो थोड़े अनरिएक्टिव होते हैं. दे आर इनर्ट इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ मोस्ट रिएजेंट्स. But in the presence of sunlight, chlorine is added to hydrocarbons in a very fast reaction. ठीक है, क्लोरीन कैन रिप्लेस द हाइड्रोजन एटम्स वन बाय वन, और इसी को ही हम सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन बोलते हैं, बिकॉज वन टाइप ऑफ एटम और अ ग्रुप ऑफ एटम्स टेक्स द प्लेस ऑफ अनदर, right? A number of products are usually formed with the higher homologous of alkanes, right? जैसे CH4 में आपने Cl2 ऐड करा in the presence of sunlight, so it will give you CH3Cl plus HCl. तो एक हाइड्रोजन यहाँ से रिमूव होके यहाँ चला गया और Cl ने उसे रिप्लेस कर लिया, तो वो सब्स्टिट्यूट कर रहा है. That's why it's called substitution reaction. Correct? Thank you so much for watching the lecture, and stay tuned to my channel Learn with Nisha ji and subscribe the channel for more updates.